Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, it was a U.S. Senate hearing like we've never seen, where the conversation could have a huge impact about how this country moves forward during the COVID-19 crisis. Local 4's Kimberly Gill in the newsroom with some key moments from Capitol Hill. Kim.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. For many Americans, the man of the hour was Dr. Anthony Fauci, the infectious disease expert they've come to rely on for the science behind the pandemic. As expected, he delivered the message that reopening the economy comes with risks.
There is no doubt, even under the best of circumstances, when you pull back on mitigation, you will see some cases appear. It's the ability and the capability of responding to those cases with good identification, isolation, and contact tracing will determine whether you can continue to go forward.
Dr. Fauci and 2 other health leaders testified remotely as they are actually quarantining because of potential exposure to the virus. The Senate chamber saw far fewer people inside as several senators also dialed in from home. Republican Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky put Fauci on the spot about sending students back to school in the fall. Paul says other experts say we may not see a new surge in the fall, and keeping kids home also comes with risks.
If we keep kids out of school for another year, what's going to happen is the poor and underprivileged kids who don't have a parent that's able to teach them at home are not going to learn for a full year.
I think we better be careful if we are not cavalier in thinking that children are completely immune to the deleterious effects. So again, you're right in the numbers that children in general do much, much better than adults and the elderly, and particularly those with underlying conditions. But I am very careful and hopefully humble in knowing that I don't know everything about this disease, and that's why I'm very reserved in making broad predictions.
Yes, and all of this testimony underscores that we face many tough decisions as we move forward across the country and here in Michigan. Karen, there's much more to digest. Our coverage continues on the news at 5 and at 6, leading up to NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt at 6:30. We certainly hope you'll stay with us all evening long. We'll send it back to you, Karen.
Right, thank you, Kim. And if you do have a chance to watch hearings like this live, we do stream them on our website, clickondetroit.com, and we also send an alert like this to give you a heads up. So all you need to do is download the Click on Detroit app wherever you shop for your apps. You'll be plugged in for the latest news. Today, Dr. Fauci also addressed the question that so many people want answered: when will we have a vaccine? Throughout the evening, our own Dr. McGeorge will be digging into key questions like this. He starts with the latest on a vaccine timetable.
Dr. Fauci said he hopes to know by late fall or early winter if any of the vaccines currently in development will be successful. He said the 2 biggest concerns remain making sure it is safe and effective.
There's no guarantee that the vaccine is actually going to be effective. You can have everything you think that's in place, and you don't induce the kind of immune response that turns out to be protective and durably protective. Given the way the body responds to viruses of this type, I'm cautiously optimistic that we will, with one of the candidates, get an efficacy signal.
He said ultimately there may be multiple vaccines.
We have many candidates and hope to have multiple winners. In other words, it's multiple shots on goal.
With many of the vaccines already being produced in hopes that they will be proven effective, the FDA is looking forward to prevent potential shortages of syringes and other essentials.
We've been leaning in on this supply chain to ensure that when a vaccine is ready to go, we will have the necessary supplies to actually administer it and operationalize the vaccination.
The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services is also making plans on how a vaccine would be distributed. As of now, first priority would be given to healthcare workers and those in high-risk groups. State health officials are also talking through the logistics of how we would do mass vaccinations with the challenges of social distancing. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Doc. And don't forget, Dr. McGeorge also brings you Wellness Wednesday every week on Local 4 News Today. This week, he tackles skin problems associated with wearing face masks. Some simple steps to help tomorrow at 6 a.m. Also, coming out of Washington today, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is proposing a new virus and economic relief plan. It's worth $3 trillion. She's defending the price tag, saying that not acting is the most expensive course. We'll be taking a closer look at the plan as it moves forward, what Republicans say, and the House could vote by this on Friday. Meantime, here at home, the Catholic Church preparing to hold public masses again. We do have a letter from the Archbishop saying the process will start on May 19th under certain conditions, with all parishes hoping to resume by May 29th using new health protocols, like including face masks and social distancing. The MGM Casino has released a 7-point safety plan, hoping to win approval to get back in business. We'll take a closer look at that plan tonight at 5. Meantime, the state is reporting 469 new COVID cases today. That pushes the total over 48,000, with more than 4,600 deaths across our state. Now, the debate over wearing a face mask in public places. Some people don't mind at all. Others are more than willing to fight for the right not to cover their faces. So what lies beneath the anger ignited by this issue? Paula Tutman digs deeper with help from thousands of you on our Facebook page.
Out in public today, most people were wearing face masks.
And every time we go into some place, we always put a mask on for the courtesy of others.
But some were not and choose not to for a variety of reasons. And in some instances, it has become a volatile, dangerous, and deadly issue. In Flint, a 43-year-old security guard, Calvin Munnerlin, was shot and killed for doing his job and asking a patron of a dollar store to wear a mask. In Holly, a man wipes his nose on a dollar store worker because she asked him to wear a mask. These are the incidents that make the news. Brian Byerly, however, witnessed an incident that did not.
I got to the checkout, and the guy in front of me didn't wear a mask. And so the cashier had said, you know, sir, we asked that everybody wears a mask in the store. And he told her, I'm not wearing a mask. And so I could feel that tension really ratcheting up. So she called over the manager. And the manager of the grocery store said, sir, unless you wear a mask, you're not welcome to shop at our store anymore. And for just a moment, it felt like there could be a physical confrontation. And I was kind of trapped.
We did a non-scientific Facebook poll to find out who's wearing masks and who's not, and why. 27.3 thousand people participated in our poll, and 78% say they choose to follow the governor's executive order and to err on the side of science and wear a mask. Gay says 3 people in her family have had COVID, and she was exposed to her son before he showed any symptoms at all. She doesn't know why people choose not to wear masks. Elizabeth says, I keep you safe, you keep me safe. But Arlene says she's claustrophobic. And Deanna says she believes this COVID stuff is being blown out of proportion.
And so we see that we're actually dividing on partisan lines on who is choosing to wear a mask in public places and who is not.
Dr. Terry Towner is a political science professor at Oakland University. She says you need only look at the mixed messages from the White House and our own local politicians.
Your mask is now becoming your political identity. This is, become the new culture war, if you're wearing a mask or not. And one of the things that we're seeing, in particular in survey research, is that Democrats are saying they're more likely to wear a mask. Republicans are less likely, and they're more likely to be going out barefaced.
Now, a lot of people will give different reasons for not wearing a mask, aside from the fact that it's an executive order, so it is the law. And our own Dr. Frank McGeorge says it is a courtesy to others that you wear a mask when you're out in public. What we didn't poll on, however, Karen, was people's willingness to simply be courteous to others.
Very interesting study with interesting results. All right, thank you, Paula. Detroiters are treated to the Blue Angels flyover to honor frontline workers. Were you able to peek out the window and see this today? It was just amazing. You could hear the rumbling of the sky, basically. Video from Sky 4 showing the Blue Angels soaring over the Ambassador Bridge and through downtown Detroit before heading up to Macomb County. The Blue Angels then flew back down the Detroit River, over the city again, and west to Metro Airport. They also completed flyovers of Chicago and Indianapolis after Detroit. Slowly but surely, we're moving toward warmer days. Sunshine clearly helps today. Let's bring in Ben Bailey to talk about the first forecast. Hi, Ben.
Yeah, that looked great, Karen, and usually got to have a Super Bowl to get a sight like that in downtown Detroit, but here we had it today, and thank goodness we had beautiful weather to do it with. Temperatures right now close to 60. Not so much tonight. We got freeze warnings out again for for just about everybody. Santa Ana County, you're not included, not because of your temperature, just because the growing season impacts going to be a little bit greater further south of there. So that's until 8 a.m. Tuesday if you want to mark your calendar and start ticking off the hours, because it does look like that's going to be the last time we see 32 until next autumn. I know that's a big limb to go out on, but when you see this forecast in the next 7 to 10 days, you'll understand why we're so optimistic. More on that in just a minute. Karen?
Thanks, Ben. Still ahead, police investigating a Mother's Day attack over in Macomb County involving a stun gun and a robbery. Also, the two men accused of murder in the shooting of Ahmaud Arbery are not the only ones under investigation this afternoon. Find out who is being targeted. And later, cutting out the middleman, a new way to have your favorite snacks delivered to your home. But what about the price? We've got that story in less than 15 minutes. Stay with us.